today we're going to talk about functions. All right, a function is basically a new way to talk about what we have called equations from now. So as we've been writing equations, we've been writing them in slope-intercept form. Now, as a function, you basically just get rid of the y, and now you have f of x equals that. So that f of x replaces the y. So now, whatever you put in here for this x, you put in for that x to get your y point out. It's not super difficult to understand that, but there are other things that go with functions. Not everything is a function, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Is the two ways you're going to be able to decipher if something's a function or not. Alright, so I came up with a pretty easy chart to tell if something's a function or not. And here we go. Here we go through my table. The first thing you want to ask yourself is, do the x's, or the domain, or the input, it all means the same thing, x's, domain, input, repeat? Alright, so it's either a yes or no question. Do the x's repeat? Yes, they do. No, they don't. If the x's do not repeat, it is an automatic function. There's nothing else to ask. In this scenario, and how it's going to be asked of you. Could it not be a function? Sure, but of the information we're giving, if the x's do not repeat, it is a function. Yes, they do repeat. Now you have to ask yourself another question. Do the y's, or the range, or the output, I'm going to say, are the y's, range, or output the same with each x? So what that means is, so if I have an x that repeats, so here's my chart. So do the x's repeat here? No, they do not. This is a function automatically. Don't look at the y's, don't look at anything else. That's where everybody else goes wrong. Now, if my x's do repeat, all right, my x's do repeat, yes. Are the y's, or the range of the output, the same with each x? So let's say this is a 5. So if the x's are the same, yes, they are the same, then it's a function. If no, they don't repeat and they're not the same, it's not a function. Don't overthink this. It really is simpler than you think it is. So functions, do the x's, domain, input, repeat? My original was no, it's a function. Yes, they do repeat. Are the y's the same with each x? 6 and 5. No, this is not a function. Whenever you input something, you have to get the same output every time. This is like making chocolate chip cookies. So you make your batter, you throw your chocolate chips in there, you bake them, and you get chocolate chip cookies. I don't take the cookie, put chocolate chips in it, put it in the oven, and then one time I get chocolate chip cookies, next time I pull it out, I have a bunch of carrots sitting there. Right? It's just not going to happen. Every time I put in this x of 0, I should get 6 out. Every time I put 1 into the function, I should get 7 out. Every time. So every input has exactly 1 output. So if I put in 0 this time and get 6, and I put 0 this time and get 5, it is not a function. But if I put 0 in again and I get 6 again, then Are they saying yes? It is a function. If you go by this chart, it makes it a lot easier. Don't overthink if something's a function or not. I'm going to give you 2 examples of this with the vertical line test and in a relation. Just stick with the chart and you will be all right. But always remember, every input or domain has exactly one output. There's never a time where they're different.